Welcome everybody to our DynaMAXX University training. Today's training, MaxStar duplication model, really mastering this duplication model with laser focus. We did this training in Denver at our recent event, and I wanted to share that with you, mostly that weren't there and some of you who are looking for a review. So mastering the DynaMAXX MaxStar duplication model, it's absolutely working, and you want to know what it is people are doing that's working. So let's talk about succeeding in DynaMAXX. I hope you brought a pad of paper and pen so that you can take notes, and we can lay this out for you. It starts with a new recruit, the mentor meeting, getting started call, the home meeting, the success story, and local and worldwide recognition. Two different kinds of recognition. We'll go over both of those with you. Starts with a new recruit. Now this is everybody's way of starting in the business. You're recruiting. That's why you get involved in the company. This is part of what we do. You probably already know that to max out the comp plan in its basic form, you need two people, one on your right and one on your left. And then the three of you, you and your two personal recruits, need to always maintain a minimum of 100 CV, commissionable volume, in your personal position. So we offer an auto ship that covers that requirement. You also could do that with a few customers. There's many different ways to do it, but we use auto ships because then you never forget, you never miss one of those weeks when you weren't paying attention, and you end up losing a bunch of volume because of that. This is part of the duplication model. The way we attract people to our business is part of the model. And how a person is attracted to your business will forever be their model. Keep that in mind, that however you bring somebody in, they'll forever believe that that's the best way to bring people in because that's their memory of getting involved. They're not sure anything else works, but they know that that way works because they got involved when you approach them in this fashion, whether that's a trade show or a three-way phone call, getting somebody on the corporate call, getting them to an open meeting somewhere, whatever it is, that becomes that person's impression of the best way to recruit people. So the question is, decide ahead of time, what do you want your model to be? How do you want to recruit people to your business? And once you decide that and you laser focus in on it, you can become very, very good at recruiting. Few things you want to always do. Always make sure that it's warm market geared, that you're looking at people within your network. If you're looking at people outside your warm market, it's not network marketing, it's cold marketing. It's sales. It's anything but network marketing. Network marketing is absolute warm market, meaning people that you know in your network. That's why we call it network marketing. Keep it user-friendly. However you attract people to your business, make sure that others could use that same model and have success. So warm market, user-friendly, and of course the perfect solution to that is a home meeting where you invite a few members of your friends, family, neighbors, relatives into your home and do a private business launch. Occasionally, an area has a weekly meeting going on where you can take people two-on-ones, or another way that some warm market people are marketed into the business, three-way phone calls, whatever it is. I believe home meetings is the best by far, but whatever it is, make sure that it's always warm market and user-friendly. Another word for user-friendly, easily duplicated. The mentor meeting. Keep in mind that people who get good at the mentor meeting truly rule this industry. This industry is guided and mastered by people who take mentorship and direction, leadership, very seriously. So if you're going to lead somebody to success, it starts with mentoring them or making sure that they have mentorship at the beginning of their time in the company. It's very attractive to people, as you hear people getting on our calls, to hear that they're going to have a one-on-one mentor relationship with somebody during their first 28 days to help them succeed. Now, these mentor meetings need to happen within the first day, 48 hours at the latest. You need to disclose your expectations at this meeting. You need to go over the MaxStar duplication model in detail. You need to make a list of everyone that you know, do an initial order review, make sure you have the right order for your goals. Get people to the call, lead them to meetings and events. This is called getting them engaged. That's what the call's about. That's what meetings are about. That's what conferences are about. And then make at least 3 phone calls together at the mentor meeting to invite people to their home meeting to prove that there is a model that's working that people will come to. Now, this mentor meeting itself will also duplicate. If you have a great mentor meeting, that person will be 100% a believer in mentor meetings, and they'll want to have great mentor meetings in the future. So make sure that you give your mentor meetings your all, because they also are going to duplicate. Move somebody quickly to the getting started call the very next Monday that comes up from the time that somebody joins. You want to get them on the getting started call. This engages them at a higher level. It connects them to more people than just you. It shows them an international presence. It introduces them to technology in the sense that you're putting them on a phone call. They're hearing people. They know that there's a way to stay connected as a team, as a group. So lead up to this call with text, with emails, Facebook, whatever it is. Keep this new person focused on getting on that call, and then make that call the most important step in their life. Make it non-negotiable. That first call especially, they absolutely have to be there. Well, the only way to guarantee that they're there when the call starts is to go there together. Use your 3-way phone call. Call them 5 minutes before the call, and then take them to the call together and actually introduce them as your new team member. That's very impressive. They realize you just introduced them to hundreds, maybe thousands of different members in their mind of the company, and it helps them start to form an attachment to the company. Prepare them with notes and enthusiasm, life-changing. Tell them what a big deal this call is, that this is the foundation call of your week, that this keeps you grounded, that it reminds you of the model, and the second call on Monday nights shows you that people are succeeding in our company. Again, do this right, and you've started a tradition. Just like doing the mentor meeting right, you cause people to become good mentors. You do this call right where you get your new person to the call, and they never miss a call in the future. That's a real partner. That's someone you want, someone who's on every call, who has an auto ship, and who's doing the things that you did to help them get started. We go to the home meeting. The home meeting happens within 72 hours of that mentor meeting. That's super important. It's important because the home meeting suits DynaMAXX. It matches our product, matches the company, the personality of the company. It's harmonious with people. People get it. They understand. Here would be a great way to introduce a home business would be at home. It's a proven duplication model worldwide. People are using it, and it's working. People are having huge success in DynaMAXX as they build their business through private home meeting launches, where their new people tell all of their friends and family, come over to my house. I've got someone coming over to present an opportunity that you're going to just love. So the home meeting, super important, and it's working. Next, the success story. Now, the success story is actually what we're working on with steps 1 through 7. All 7 steps of this duplication model are about creating a success story. Because if you create a good success story, that will serve your new distributor for life. They'll always have that new success story to fall back on. Everything else that we do is about creating a success story. What I mean by that is if you're sharing with somebody an opportunity and they're your friend or family member, there's a good chance they're going to ask you, how long have you been in DynaMAXX and how's that working out? Okay, because they know they're being recruited to an opportunity. They're liable to ask you, what has been your experience? Well, the way you answer them is actually likely to determine whether they join your company or not. That's probably going to happen. If you answer them badly, well, it hasn't gone very well for me, but I'm trying to get you in it. You know, that's probably not going to work. If you say, well, I've been in the company 2 or 3 years and I haven't made 5 cents, but if you'll get in, I'll start making money on you. That's probably not going to work. But if your answer is, I've been in the company 4 weeks, I've already earned 3 ranks, and they want me to come out to Orlando so they can honor me on stage, I've made back all my money plus another $1,000, and I got $500 worth of product that I'm using and loving and sharing with friends and family, and they're using and loving. Now what do you think the response is? The response is, if this is working for you and I'm your friend or I'm your family member, maybe this could work for me. So your success story is what it's all about. So monitor that if you're mentoring somebody. Monitor yourself if this is your opportunity. What is the story that you're writing about DynaMAXX? Is this the story you want? Because you're capable of changing your story. But your story is what it's all about. Okay, local recognition is about immediately getting a new recruit introduced to and acknowledged by someone above them. Okay, the minute they do anything, now I make jokes about this because occasionally I'll get a phone call and it'll be, Kevin, I've got Sally on the other line. Sally, Kevin, Sally. Kevin, as I told you, Sally's the vice president of the company. And Kevin, I just wanted to tell you, Sally just signed up yesterday, and she's already had her mentor meeting and invited her first 5 people to her meeting and got 5 yeses in a row to come to her home meeting. I just know she's going to be an important part of the company, and I wanted to introduce her to you. Now, how do you think she feels about that? How do you think this new distributor feels about that? I mean, she's going to love that. I mean, I did something that was so good that she stopped and she called somebody to introduce me to them. That's magical. So immediately get your new recruit into the local spotlight. You know, call your upline senior associate, call your upline executive or district or regional, whoever you can reach out to. Call sideline if you have to somebody that you like and that knows you, but get them in front of somebody for some initial and immediate acknowledgement. This local recognition is powerful. As you introduce people on calls, hi Kevin, it's Mary. I want to introduce Sally. She joined my company 2 days ago and she hit DynaStar last night at midnight. Woo-hoo! You see, that's the upline that person wants. Somebody who champions them on every phone call. Hi Kevin, it's Mary. I've got Sally on the other line. She's been in the company 1 week and she's Max Star already, and one of her people is already Max Star. Woo-hoo! That's big. Also shoot a text out. You know, post a Facebook post. Anything you can do to get immediate local recognition cements your new person into this opportunity and typically takes them to the next stage. You see, if you put me on a phone call and you told everybody I'm a DynaStar, I wonder what you'd do if I was a Max Star. So now I want to go be a Max Star because you told everybody in the world I'm a DynaStar, and I kind of liked it. So I'm going to go ahead and try to be a Max Star. This local recognition is magical. Never miss that opportunity. And lastly, the 7th step in our DynaMAXX Max Star duplication model is worldwide recognition. Now this is something that can only come at our corporate events. It's good to get them on international phone calls, but corporate events are where you get people the recognition that will cement them to this company forever. Truly, that is what it's all about. I mean, you help somebody achieve a rank, a pin, and then you bring them to Orlando and watch what happens. They become part of this company forever. So that's the duplication model. 1 through 7. Keep a checklist. Find out where every person, either that you've enrolled or that you're responsible for as a mentor, keep a checklist where they're at. Follow along. Make sure that the timing is working, that if they've been in the company a full day going on 2 days, they need to have had their mentor meeting. The very first Monday in the company, they need to be on those calls. Their home meeting has to happen within their first week. Their success story, what is it? What's being written about them? Does it empower them or does it embarrass them? Local recognition, does anyone even know they're in the company? And are they registered for Orlando? This is your checklist, and this is how you zero in on a successful launch of a new distributor. A launch of a new distributor lasts 28 days. Now, sometimes they finish up sooner than that, and then that's their launch. You know, it's not 28 days. If they hit DynaStar, MaxStar Senior Associate in 10 days, then their launch was 10 days. It's time to kick them out of the nest and have them start doing the things that you do. Once somebody's a MaxStar and a Senior Associate, they are sufficiently trained and have sufficient background to do their own training and presenting. Now, you may want to be there for them. You may want to go with them to their first, second, third mentor meetings. You may want to be with them as they go to present their first, second, third home meetings, but they're ready to go. Don't hold on to them too long. Your job as a distributor in this company is to champion someone and mentor them through Senior Associate and MaxStar within their first 20 days. So 28 days at the longest, but less time if you can get them to MaxStar sooner. They'll know everything they need to know by the time they hit MaxStar. That means that there's 7 people in that organization. They're going to have seen several home meetings, several mentor meetings, and they're ready to go. So that's the checklist. Make sure that you are plugged in and keeping people focused on the time schedule of accomplishing these great things. Now, once you master this model, you're going to see your success rate triple, quadruple, quintuple. I mean, you're not going to believe it. Once you master the MaxStar model, where everyone that joins your team gets MaxStar, you're going to find yourself ranking without even trying. No kidding. If you've got MaxStars hitting on both sides of you, you're going to wake up one morning without even paying attention. You're going to be a district director. Then you're going to be a regional director, and someone's going to be offering you money if you want to get a black Mercedes. Then you're going to be a national director and a district vice president, all because you're building MaxStars. That's the building block of DynaMAXX. The MaxStar is. You build MaxStars, and you are building yourself at the fastest rate possible. Now let's go back and look at this mentor meeting and really drill down on how to do a great mentor meeting, because if that's key to success, let's understand it better. First of all, we've talked about doing it within 24 hours. Full disclosure of your expectations, the duplication model in detail, a list, the initial order review, the call, meetings, events that you're plugging people into, making at least 3 phone calls together to get people to your home meeting, and then scheduling the home meeting. Let's go look at this one at a time. Within 24 hours of enrollment, this is where you start the speed of growth. You know, there's an urgency in duplicating. People are going to stutter and hem and haw and say, don't I have an extra week to do this? You know, can't we do this 2 weeks from Friday? The answer is no. We're trying to build a success story, and your success story has started. We only have one chance to do this right. Let's do it right now, because after this, it'll never be the same. It'll never be the first time. So here we are determining the speed that your team is going to grow at, and you're determining it is going to get derailed or slowed down because you want to take more than the time you need to get your team going. Let's not do that. Okay, a full disclosure of expectations. We're going to start building your team. Now, I like to do this when I sit down with the mentor meeting. I like to tell them, okay, we're going to sit down. I hope you blocked off 2.5, 3 hours. This is a very important meeting. My expectations is that we're going to get into your building today. Let's get started. Let's start duplicating. I want to identify people to share some product with and identify some people to share the business opportunity with. We're going to set some short, middle, and long-term goals, and we're going to start duplicating and building your business today. Now, having said all that, are you in agreement? Are you willing to get started? Are you ready to go? Do you agree? And make sure you get a yes. If you don't, then it'd be crazy to carry this out any further. I'm drinking water as I go, so those little breaks, excuse me. All right, expectations you've laid out. The MaxStar duplication model in detail. This is very basic, 3 steps, but you want to point it out to people exactly how this works. Number 1, you've got a builder pack. Okay, with this builder pack, and even if they don't have a builder pack, if you're in the mentor meeting, you assume they have it. You're going to find out in just a second. But you have a builder pack, a $500 model that we're duplicating. We're going to start sharing that inventory with a few people, and we need to get you using it because this is an important part of your success story, how the product works on you and who that is close to you loves the product. Those become important parts of the success story. So number 1, let's get you using the product, and let's get a few friends and family using the product. Of course, there's no way to do that with less than a $500 inventory kit. Second step, we're going to enroll 2 business partners with builder packs, and with that enrollment, we're going to achieve DynaStar, which is a rank and a bonus. And I'm going to show you how that feeds your success story and allows you to share this with other people. Very important. So we're going to enroll 2 people. Let's talk about that a little bit. Who are your 2 business partners? Now, this is a great question in a mentor meeting, and you need to wait for the answer. Sometimes this is a hard answer to get, but they have the answer if you'll wait. If you'll help them, they know already who their 2 partners are going to be. Everybody does. I mean, I think everybody knows what 2 people they want to work with and what 2 people will likely do anything they ask them to do. So ask them, who are your first 2 business partners that you're bringing into DynaMAXX? If they say, I absolutely don't know, say, fine, we'll get to those. But if they do know them, write their names down and be prepared to get them registered, whatever it takes, enrolled. I've asked them right at that point, are these 2 people that if you called them and told them you needed their credit card to put them in a company, they'd give it to you? I've had them say yes, and I've actually done that at the mentor meeting. Plug 2 people into their company with a $500 order right there at the mentor meeting. You can do that, and it adds to the success story. You know, I've been in the company 2 days. I've already got 2 business partners who joined me. I've already earned a bonus and a rank, DynaStar. I don't even know what it means, but they've asked me to come to Orlando to be recognized on stage. I mean, I'm having great success. I've already earned $200 in bonuses. You see, that's a success story, and you're building it as you go. The third step, of course, is to duplicate to do the same. We're then going to focus on your 2 business partners and make sure they get off to a fast start, earning their bonuses and having success. That's our duplication model, Sally. What do you think of it? Do you believe that you're capable of following this duplication model? What part of the duplication model do you think will give you the most problems? I mean, you can ask anything you want. Once you've shared the duplication model, you can ask them, where are we going to have a breakdown? And they'll tell you, no, I don't see any problem. Well, I don't think I have 2 business partners. Okay, awesome, good to know that. Well, I don't think my partners will come in with $500. Awesome, good to know that. Did you join with $500? No? Okay, well, let's take a look at that, because the very next step is making a list of people that we know. So let's talk about people that we know with a list. Okay, so we're going to make a list of everybody that we know. Go ahead, start now, go. And this is how you do it. You get them going. You make a list. You use this prompter that you have that you've downloaded from the back office. Have that prompter with you. Make this fun. Don't stop until they've got a nice long list going. Everybody's capable of 250 to 300 people. In a matter of 30 or 45 minutes, you ought to be able to develop a great list and then identify 20 hot prospects on this list, people that they think might be interested in their business. And of those, which 3 or 4 you believe absolutely will join your business if they see it and get it? And that's your 3 or 4 super hot prospects. You do this with the list. Now, magic of the list is it takes somebody who doesn't believe they know anybody, and it shows them that they know a lot of people. Actually, we all know a couple of thousand people by first name by the time we're 18 years old. So show them that. Show people they have a network if you want them to be successful in network marketing. That's what the list is about. It's not nearly as much about working that list in the future as it is documenting to people you have a network. So show that to them. I've never shared that point in a training with this company before now. But that's why you make a list, is to prove to people you do have a network. Now let's work that network. So make it fun and make it happen. Once you've done this, once they have a list, it's amazing how simple it is to upgrade their order. Say they came in with a personal pack, or didn't even order a pack, they just joined for $59. You know, once you've shown them that they know people, you actually ask them, you know, if you feel comfortable working with me day to day to create your success story, I want to encourage you to upgrade to the Builder Pack. After all, we want your two business partners to recognize the value of this model. Meaning, if you don't come in with a Builder Pack, nobody else is ever going to come in with a Builder Pack in your team. And without the Builder Packs, you don't pick up the early bonuses offered in DynaMAXX. So I see that you know a lot of people. You feel that a lot of those are hot market prospects. I agree with you. So let's get you upgraded to a $500 pack right now. What do you say? And you upgrade them. And it happens because you showed them that they do know people. Now, you got to understand, there is no other way to start DynaMAXX. If you want to succeed in DynaMAXX, the best way, almost without exception, is the MaxStar duplication model, and that requires you to join with a Builder Pack. So get them in with a Builder Pack, whatever it takes. Make sure that you're telling people that that's where their best future lies, because that is a true statement. Anyone who wants to succeed in DynaMAXX needs to start with the Builder Pack. All right, now the call meetings and events, it's just a matter of getting them on the next call, because that expands their vision. It shows them that everything you're talking to them about is corporate sponsored. Meaning, if you've taught them the MaxStar duplication model and you bring them to the getting started call and I say the exact same thing, man, they're sitting there thinking, my gosh, I have the greatest mentor in the world. He's doing and saying exactly what this Kevin Allen guy says to do and say. I've got the best. And it validates your mentor meeting. Also, get people on those calls and meetings because it makes them feel part of something bigger. You know, never hesitate to move someone beyond just you and them and connect them with other people. And push the feeling. You know, push the way they're going to feel when they hear that getting started call. Push the way they're going to feel when they go to that Super Saturday training that's coming up. Push the way they're going to feel when they come to Orlando in August. Always push the feeling. You know, I got to tell you, when I went to Denver, I didn't have really, you know, any understanding or expectation of what I was going to see. But man, it affected me. I feel differently. I believe in myself. My vision has expanded. I'm so much happier. You see, you talk about feelings and emotions. People want that, don't they? They want that. So people will stay for the camaraderie and the emotions a lot longer than they'll stay for the money. So promote the next events, including the next big corporate event. Make sure that they're always registered for Orlando, that you've got people coming, because that's how you build longevity. You bring somebody into the company, you help them reach 2 or 3 ranks, DynaStar, MaxStar, Senior Associate, then you get them to a corporate event, and you've really got someone who's entrenched in the company and will probably never leave. They'll get on an auto ship, and you'll make money off of them for years to come, off of them and the things that they do. So that's magical. Now make at least 3 phone calls together because you've scheduled their home meeting, and you want to make sure that you've got people coming to that meeting. So make some phone calls, and don't leave without successful phone calls. If you don't show that works, it doesn't. So in between getting them to meetings and events, you've talked to them about having a home business launch. Now you're going to work on the home business launch. Make a few phone calls and show them that people will come to their event. Okay, and then schedule the home meeting. Now the general goal for a home meeting is pretty basic. You just want to introduce their friends, neighbors, business associates, and family members to DynaMAXX. That's really your whole goal. Just as if they started a sandwich shop on the corner, they would have a grand opening, and they'd give out a bunch of samples of sandwiches, or if they had a candle shop, they'd have a grand opening, they'd hand out a bunch of mini candles. It's no different. When you have a home-based business, you got to tell people you have it. Otherwise, they'll never know that there might be an option for them that you represent. So the general goal is to introduce their friends and family members. By hosting this home meeting, you're approaching your friends and family at the best possible way. I mean, this is a proven way. This is a way worldwide that has proven to be successful for sharing your business, your home-based business opportunity with friends and family. There's a lot of other ways, but there's no better way. The home meeting is the best way there is. Now, as a good mentor, make sure that you follow up with this person you're mentoring. You know, make sure they get some commitments, 24 plus. You know that if 24 people say they'll be there, you know, if 12 or 15 show, that'd be great. So you have to say, I want 12 or 15 people there. Well, then let's not start till we have 24 commitments, and then we'll follow up with 3-way phone calls from the presenter and make sure everybody feels like they're expected. And watch the video, Fill the Seats, in the back office in the DynaMAXX University. If you want to know how to fill up a meeting, watch that video, Fill the Seats. Make sure the home is prepared, and make sure there's support calls from people around this new distributor, because this is a challenging time for them. Home meeting goals: fill the seats, set the stage, deliver the message, sort the room, enroll everybody there, and then schedule the next person's home meetings and mentor meetings. So fill the seats. Like I say, there's a training about this. Go back and look at it. There's some steps that if you'll follow, you'll absolutely have success at filling every seat in the house, however many that is. Set the stage. This just means get in there, make sure the chairs are set up correctly as the presenter, make sure there's music playing, make sure if you're going to play a video that it's queued up and you know how to turn it on, make sure there's applications and pens for everybody that's going to be there. Just take some personal interest in the setting itself. Don't wait till the last minute, because then you're arranging the room when people are still coming in. Deliver the message. There's a very simple way to deliver our message. There's a 4 Ps document that you can download. So I like to start with the video of our CEO and founder, Bill Ladwig. He talks for about 6 minutes, and then I share the 4 Ps: people, product, pay plan, and positioning. Then I like to have a testimonial by the hostess, whose ever home it is, whose ever home meeting it is, and by whoever I have there with me as a helper. I always like to take a helper so that I'm teaching people as I go along. Get a couple of testimonials. It's always good to have one of them be on the products, and another one of them may be on the income opportunity, or the founders if they've met the founders. Just one of the 4 Ps, but it's always good to have one of those be a product testimonial. Always end at this meeting within an hour of start time, not when you started. If you said the meeting started at 7, even if you started at 7:20, that meeting needs to end at 7:55. So make sure that you're guarding the time of the people who came and what time they were told it would be over. Now we sort the room. All I mean by that is we send everybody out that isn't interested in getting started. The reason for doing that is so that they don't ask bad questions or spread negativity to ruin the excited people that you have in the room. So you sort the room. You thank everybody for coming. Hey, I want to thank everybody for coming. You supported Sally. That's why you're here. You're a good friend. You're a good partner or friend or associate. Thank you so much for showing that loyalty to Sally. Thanks for being here. Now, what you heard tonight, I think almost everybody, at least from the eyes I was looking into, it seems to me everybody kind of got it, that this is a great opportunity, that timing is right, and that timing is important. So, you know, at least take a $59 spot in this company. No matter what you do, before you leave, take a $59 spot. There's an application there on your chair, and a pen, a clipboard. Go ahead and fill out that application and leave it with us. But what we're going to do now is we're going to take a 10-minute break. All right, we're going to take a 10-minute break. And if you don't see yourself partnering with us to build a business, fill out that application and leave it. But I want to thank you for being here and take off. You did your part. Thank you so much. Awesome job. But we're going to take a 10-minute break, and if you saw something that excites you, if you saw something that you want to be a part of with us, if you need a plan B that could become a plan A, we're going to ask you to stick around after 10 minutes. We're going to get back together, and we're going to get your paperwork out of the way and get you started tonight. So take a 10-minute break. If you're not interested in the business, either fill that app out and leave it with me, and we'll get you some more information. Or take off. Thank you for being here. But if you are interested, stick around, because we're going to do a quick training and get you off to a fast start in the company tonight. We're going to get you started tonight because, of course, in this type of business, the people who get it first are the people who override the people who take a while to decide. So if that's you, stick around. We'll be right back with you. So you've closed the room. You've sorted the room. Now enroll everybody who sticks around. Sometimes we make a mistake. We say only stick around if you're interested, and then people stick around and we don't enroll them. Why? Well, because we're afraid to. We've created some thought process in our mind that tells us it's hard to enroll people. You just told people, if you don't want to join, hit the bricks. If you do want to join and be a part of this, stick around. Well, now you get back after 15 minutes and there's 12 people sitting there who stuck around. The craziest thing you could do is get up and ask questions, or to get up and say, does anyone have any questions? Or to get up and say, let me tell you a little bit more about the company. I mean, this is where you enroll people. All right, stick around. All right, now you stuck around. I'm glad to see that you get it. I'm glad to see that you're excited about this like I am. Let's get those applications out and fill them out together. The fourth row there asks for your credit card. So get out your credit card, Visa, MasterCard, or Discover, and let's put you in this company. All right, your second line there, that's your name, address. Okay, everybody fill these out, and then we're going to do a quick training. So you enroll everybody that stays. If they stayed, they said yes. You and I both know that if they weren't interested, they would have run like a rabbit. You gave them a chance to leave. They're going to leave. Now you talk to them about inventory order. All right, thanks for sticking around. Give me those applications. Let's get you going. We are duplicating a $500 model. You're going to want the $500 pack. That's your enrollment plus $440 in material and in product. That's going to be enough for you and your spouse, maybe for a month, and to share a little bit with other people as you launch your business. We're going to schedule your business launch right now. So start talking about inventory. Make sure everyone's got their applications filled out. Talk about that builder pack. Talk about getting them on the getting started call on Monday. Start talking to them about team events that we're all excited because we got an upcoming conference in Orlando. Start putting those things in their mind. Talk about team commitment. We work with a team where our district vice president is located in Dallas, and we have meetings from time to time. You're going to love them, this, that, and the other. You talk about this team commitment, and then you say, I happen to have 2 builder packs in the trunk of my car. First 2 people who register for a builder pack, I'll go ahead and give you those, and then I'll have your builder pack sent back to my house. That allows you to get started tonight. So it's really good to have these order packs on hand, these builder packs, even an executive pack on hand, so that you can put somebody in the business with inventory the night they register. That's the enroll everybody. And last, you schedule your next meeting. There you are, you're filling out these applications, and you simply say it. You know what, I'm open Thursday. The first person who wants that as their own home meeting night, I'm open Thursday. You know what, if a hand goes up, that's a locked-in person. It means they already know what you did here, and they're willing to do this again at their house, not even knowing exactly how it works. So you schedule that next meeting. Fill up your Tuesday or Thursday. That'd mean we'd have to have your mentor meeting tomorrow morning. Can you meet at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning? So you're scheduling these next meetings. There's some other things you can ask that get people thinking about building a good, strong meeting. How big do you want your meeting to be? They're looking at this meeting thinking, well, I think there were 12 people here. I'd like to have 20 at mine. Awesome. Well, to do that, we're going to have to invite 40 people. We'll go over that when we make your list. And then it's always good. We talked about this in local recognition. This is a good time to introduce somebody. Hi, Sally, it's Kevin. Listen, I've got a new guy here, Paul. I just did a meeting over at Mary's house. You know, we were doing her private business launch tonight, and Paul was there, a friend of Mary's. And Paul joined the company tonight, and he's got his home meeting scheduled for Tuesday. And I just wanted to introduce you to Paul. He's a stay-at-home dad. He wants to be able to coach his kids in t-ball and soccer. Anyway, hang on just a second. Here you go. Here you go, Paul. This is Mary or Sally. Say hi. And you're introducing them to people. You're already making them part of something bigger. And that's the key to introducing them. Keep in mind that home meetings are the gold standard of this industry. Any company that can develop a program that works for them with home meetings as the base, I mean, they're building at the speed of sound, literally. You get good at home meetings and you control your own future because you can do them anywhere, anytime. You want to go to Disneyland a couple of times a year? Start a team in Anaheim. Call your buddy out in Anaheim. Say, hey, I'm coming out to Anaheim. Put 8 or 10 people in your house. I want to show you a great opportunity. You see, there's always something you can do if you're good at home meetings. Then set a goal. You know, I want home meetings. I want 10 of these things happening in my team every week. And then as your downline grows, increase that. You know, there'll come a day when you'll be able to document 50 home meetings in your team every week. That means 100 people are joining your team every week. That's pretty fun. And you can do that with this model. Then measure the success of your mentor meetings. Make sure that you're upgrading your packs. You're getting good long prospect lists. You're getting phone calls, yes phone calls, that your home meetings are getting scheduled. And that people that come to your mentor meetings are registering for future events. Don't hesitate. If you're ever nervous, take your mentor with you to go mentor somebody else. Always. Always count. This is networking. That means if you're going to do your first mentor meeting tomorrow morning, take your mentor with you if they're able to go and tell them, I don't want you to help me, I just want you to watch me, or whatever. But there's nothing wrong with taking your mentor. After all, we're networking. Mentor meetings only happen once in every new distributor's life, and this is your chance to unveil the perfect future to that person, to sculpt a perfect outcome. Literally, you start a mentor meeting with a wad of clay. No kidding. And you can make them into a great DynaMAXX associate, or you can make them into a weak, uncoached, unmentored DynaMAXX associate. Which do you choose? You master the mentor meeting and master the DynaMAXX opportunity. Truly, there's nothing like the mentor meeting. Succeeding in DynaMAXX in 28 days or less is what the MaxStar duplication model is all about. It starts with how you recruit, goes to the mentor meeting within 24 to 48 hours. From there, you get them on the very next getting started call, and you get them a home meeting within 72 hours of their mentor meeting. You start developing an incredible success story for them, with them, and you locally recognize them every chance you get for everything they do. It's like potty training a grandbaby. I'm telling you, I've done this from stage, and it's embarrassing. But when you're a parent or a grandparent, you know that to get kids to use that potty chair, you got to jump up and clap. You got to do somersaults. Oh, my gosh, he did it. He did it. Look, Mama, come in here. Uncle Joe, come here. That's local recognition, and the more of that you can get these people, the better they're going to be in the future. And lastly, worldwide recognition comes when you get them to the next DynaMAXX corporate event. That's coming up in Orlando in August. Now, in 28 days or less, take every new distributor and march them through the MaxStar duplication model. You start building MaxStars, which is the building block of DynaMAXX and your business, and you'll find yourself with rank advancement faster than you can keep track of. Thanks for being on our training this morning. DynaStar, MaxStar, Senior Associate in 28 days or less. That's the key to your success in the future. I want you all to have a great day and a great weekend, and we'll see you on the Monday night call. Bye-bye, everybody.